There's no way out of this. You're done.
The Philadelphia 76ers are the worst managed team in NBA right now. You go from contending. They have not made it out the second round for the past 6 seasons since the process began with Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid was supposed to be that guy.
Stop the cap.
We all know the Ben Simmons saga, the worst signings they have had with Al Horford and a bunch of other role players. Now James Harden, they're going to keep him, but he doesn't really want to be there. So, I mean, it all goes down to the management, honestly. The front office has done a horrible job for Joel Embiid or even surrounding him. But even though Joel Embiid doesn't show up in the playoff,
This nigga is trash.
so you can't even blame the organization. It's the lack of players as well, and the organization. Both of them combined has made this team probably one of the worst positions to be on right now, because it's not like they're contending right now, nor they're rebuilding. So they're stuck in the middle, which is the worst place you could be if you're in the NBA right now.
You're done.
The only way I see them coming out of this one is if they restart, because the process is a total disaster and a failure. There's no way Joel Embiid is going to be staying in this team at all, especially now that James Harden doesn't want to play, even though he's staying with the Sixers because they ended all trade talks with the Clippers. Horrible luck for the 76ers, especially in 2019. They had a chance to win the NBA Finals.
What?
Stop the cap.
They had a chance to go to the NBA Finals if Kawhi did not make that shot in Game 7. But other than that, they decided to keep Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler.
Oh my.
And look at Jimmy Butler. He has gone to 2 finals appearances. Then in the 2020, they signed Al Horford. And oh my God, was that team horrible. They literally got swept in the first round. Ben Simmons was out, so I guess you could make a case that he didn't play and that affected them. But either way, it was a horrible signing. The only reason they signed Al Horford was because he was the only one that could guard Embiid.
Bruh.
In 2021, the Ben Simmons saga hit. Ben Simmons was out with back injuries and mentally barriers in his head. He did not want to play for this team. Hella toxicity. Horrible coach in Doc Rivers, honestly. Super overrated. I can't believe they gave him a job back at ESPN as a commentator. I do not want to hear his crusty voice. Please.
You're a victim.
2022, they acquired James Harden after a trade with Ben Simmons, and we know how that went. Both of these players, on Joel Embiid and James Harden, did not show up. We should have known that they were chokers already, but we needed this season to come to realize that the process is a failure. James Harden is not the same player he once was in Houston, and he was never really that player to go get you a bucket and carry you to the finals. He wasn't, even though he made to a finals in 2012, but he had KD and Russell Westbrook, so I really don't see him going to the finals, especially carrying a team. Joel Embiid, there's no way he's carrying the Philadelphia 76ers. Injury problems, he can never stay healthy. Apparently this season he's coming back even more healthy. I don't even believe it. If he really wanted to be the player he says he wants to be and win a title, after that shot they made on him in 2019, he would have come back better. But no, it looks like in the playoffs he just gives up. This season it looks like he only cared about the MVP and that's it.
Got him.
The only hope I see for the Philadelphia 76ers is to hit the restart button, because they have Tyrese Maxey, which is a good player. There's no way Joel Embiid is staying. James Harden is not going to play. He might become a fat James Harden again, like in Houston, in order not to play. We already know how James Harden is, obviously. But Joel Embiid, he's for sure leaving. I mean, he still got the contract left, but I just don't see him staying like after that contract, or they might just trade him away. Like I said, hit the restart button. And horrible management by Daryl Morey and Elton Brand. Horrible coaching as well. They acquired Nick Nurse right now. For what? This team is about to not make the playoffs if they don't keep James Harden. I mean, could you really count on Joel Embiid carrying you to the playoffs and then playing 16 more games? No, there's no way. His injury will prevent that. But like I said, there's just no way I see the Philadelphia 76ers contending right now. They're god awful. 2 players that don't show up in the playoffs is exactly what you not need if you're a contending team. Joel Embiid threw his team under the bus. I just can't with this team. I actually believed in the process back in 2018.
Got him!
The first time I saw the Sixers, I liked Joel Embiid's game. But ever since that, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, they just been exiting in the second round, and it looks like he hasn't learned his lesson. And then he goes on and puts a comment saying that, I don't know if I'm going to win a championship in Philadelphia or in other place. Like, what does that mean? And then he backtracked, and everyone knew that was cap. James Harden doesn't want to be there. Joel Embiid is making trolls that he wants to leave. The only way I see this is if they hit the restart button. Build around Tyrese Maxey. Make your team have a new identity, because the process was a total failure. Let me know what you guys think about the Philadelphia 76ers. Let me know down below in the comment section. If you guys do enjoy and want to support my content, please hit the like, subscribe, turn on that post notification. See you guys on my next video. Peace.